Hey guys, it's Ben at Yellow Racket. We are here with another installment of Your Favorite Record, the series where we talk with people about the personal stories behind their favorite album and how it came to be so. So today I've got Ivan Garcia with me. Ivan is the co-founder of Blanca Studios. Ivan is also a fantastic drummer and is a member of bands including Monomath and Navi. Welcome, Ivan. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.
So let's jump right into it. What is your favorite album of all time?
Wiretap by Sparta.
Wiretap Scars. So, do you remember the first time that you bought that album, or like where you were when you heard it?
Actually, I didn't buy it. When I first moved to the U.S. when I was 14, my cousin that I look up to him because he's a musician. He was in a pretty successful band. He gave it to me and he's like, "Here, you need to listen to this." It was just one of those love at first listen.
Yeah.
I remember when he gave it to me.
Yeah.
We were at his kitchen in Huntington Beach, and I think he came downstairs or something. He just handed it to me. He's like, "You need to listen to this."
Well, this isn't a new album to me. I hadn't heard of it before, so thank you for putting me onto it. But the thing that struck me when I first listened to it was the technicality of it. And knowing you, and maybe I read into that too much, but I felt like, okay, I understand why this is meaningful to Ivan.
I feel like you can hear the people are mature musically, you know, like the parts they play were like, I listen to, they're easy. I mean,
yeah,
they're fairly easy, you know,
right.
But that's genius. Like, that's a really good part. That's a really good drum part. The way that he executes it.
Yeah.
The mistakes they left, you know, like it still speaks to me.
Yeah, but these are the nuances, right?
Yeah.
The flaws, like the sort of humanity that's interwoven into the fabric of the record. So I want to ask you about something that I'm not sure if there's a good word for it, but I call them earmarks. And that the more I listen to a record, the more I find these very subtle moments that I'd never noticed before, but are really essential to making the music what it is. It's kind of like the special sauce. It can be, you know, a breath. It could be any number of things. So, are there any earmarks like that on this record that stand out to you?
Even on the way here, I was just, you know, I put it on and I noticed a snare that was like not on the grid.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you know, that's cool.
Yeah.
And sometimes when I'm tracking, I'm like, no, I have to get the snare right, you know. And I feel like there's a lot of that in this record, but it doesn't sound bad. It makes it.
For those who don't know, the Mars Volta and Sparta were all originally in a band called At the Drive-In, which Ivan's just referenced. And At the Drive-In broke up, and the separated members formed these two different bands.
I love melodies, like nice melodies, and I feel like the Mars Volta and At the Drive-In don't have that much, you know, like they're just more chaotic. I'm more attached to Sparta when it comes to melodies.
So on that note, one last question. As a musician, as a producer, I find that every human is sort of gravitates toward different elements of music, whether it's rhythm, texture, melody, harmony, energy, you know, and we sort of prioritize our music, or we value our music based on this hierarchy of elements that we value. So for you, what do you think are the most important elements of music that you listen for, and how do they present themselves on this record?
For me, it's hard to listen to a record from start to beginning because I'm always like, you know, skip, or like, I don't like that song.
Yeah.
First of all, the melody comes on top for me.
Yeah.
And then the groove.
Yeah.
Which it's hard to.
It's not quite the same thing as rhythm.
Yeah.
You know, it's the groove.
The groove, texture, sounds, and then when the melody comes in, if it catches me, because I don't care about lyrics, so if the melody captivates me, then I'm hooked.
Yeah.
But I feel like texture sounds right up top is more important for me.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Thanks for coming on this episode of Your Favorite